Alright, what's going on, guys? Brent here because another live stream. We are back with the Super Bowl Sunday right here. We are starting off with what we do every year, the Madden 22 Super Bowl simulation. We got the Bengals against the Rams in LA. Get some issues early on, which I hope we don't have any this time. I guess the beginning or
That's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal leading up to this game.
You don't want that. So we're gonna start with the ball. So my prediction here, we'll kind of go through it as we go through the game as well. Kind of talk about some key players as we hear them throughout the game too. My prediction is Odell's gonna pretty much, Rams are gonna carry on through the and they're gonna score first. Odell, I think, is gonna start it. I think they're gonna go heavy coverage on Cooper Kupp, which will leave Odell open at least for the first drive. Right now they're relying heavily on Akers. I think it's almost gonna be opposite in real game. I think the Rams Stafford's gonna come out like firing, and I think they're gonna drive down pretty easily. I think it's going to be a pretty high scoring game. I think it's going to be 34-31 Bengals. I think Bengals going to, I think Joe Burrow is going to come in clutch, drive down the field late with it already being tied, and then kick, they'll be able to kick the game-winning field goal. One thing I do have to do really quick, I just have to delete this. Oh, I do that. Right now, though, I mean, another run, kind of crazy.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
They said delete the last live stream, and that's a boomer. And wow, he fields it, gets it to 20. So now the Bengals come on, and you see Burrow's stats. Really, I mean, it alright. I thought he had more than that. I didn't think it was just 13 touchdowns. But okay. I guess you know, they did have this thing hurry up a little bit. So it is only 10-minute quarters. Oh, with that 25-second acceleration clock. The biggest thing that I think the Rams got going for them is they got Aaron Donald and Von Miller, and like right there, and then like Von Miller already knows this stage before with Peyton Manning. You know, I think he's somebody that is almost like, yes, Aaron Donald is probably, if not the best player in the NFL, but Von Miller knows this stage, knows that his impact can like completely change the narrative of the game, and I think he can come up big. On the flip side is Joe Burrow making the right calls. I think if Burrow recognizes the pressure, is able to get the ball out fast, almost eliminate the fact that the Rams have such a great pass rush. If he just eliminates that by getting the ball out quick, making the right reads, not making quick reads and throwing bad passes, but something like that where the pressure can't get to him, he can get the ball out quick. I think that's the key to success there. But yeah.
But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's see. Already only 7.5 minutes left. Oh, that's another huge thing. Which I'm kind of curious on how they're gonna do. Like, you know, Bengals have a pretty solid pass game. Like, are they going to try to run it on the Rams defense? You know, like that's another huge thing that you kind of wonder if like how the teams are gonna start the game, because it's instantly gonna change how everything can be laid out. If the Rams come out just running the ball, I think it is gonna be like a 3-and-out kind of thing. But if they come out firing the ball down the field, I think that could be yes, they might still go 3-and-out, but I think it will send a stronger message, and I think they'll get further down too. But I mean, you just see right now just how the Bengals, and something that I think they could possibly do is be able to just drive down the field just as well as the Rams. It really, I think, does come down, like, I don't think there's any question that the two offenses that are playing today, there's no question that they can drive down the field and score a touchdown, or drive down the field and get a field goal. I think the biggest question is when and how are the defenses going to stop the opposing offense, right? If you take this game, like, prime example is, if this is what the Bengals are able to do, like, then you almost force Matt Stafford into trying to almost force passes, and he showed, yes, he's a good quarterback, but he's also shown that when he's just sitting there rifling the ball down the field, he will also make a lot of mistakes and throw a lot of interceptions. And in a game that both offenses are more than capable of scoring touchdowns, or at least kicking field goals and making them, that's where another difference is either flip side is Burrow being even though Stafford's never been in the Super Bowl, he's also been in some high clutch situations, or some serious, like, hey, if I don't make this play, either the game's lost, or he's been in those moments before. Burrow, yes, he's had a couple, but this is it now. Like, this is a whole different stage. So does Burrow just completely choke? That is a legit, like, a logical thing, and you saw it with Goff. We saw it with Goff when he was on the Rams and they made it to the Super Bowl. He pretty much one-on-ones like every other quarterback, and he's like that was when everyone was talking about McVay being this super genius, making Goff, which was, I would say at best a below, maybe I guess at best an average quarterback. He was making him look like, I mean, he brought him to a Super Bowl. Obviously, they had a great defense and stuff too, but that's something a little different too. Is how will both teams react to each other, and with Stafford being a little bit more veteran paced, does he just come out and is just dialed in and able to just completely destroy? Like, right now, I don't think that's how the game's gonna go at all. I think it's flipped.
Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and
I think if Burrow comes out throwing, I think the Rams will start the football. I think if Stafford comes out and just starts throwing, I think it's going to be the same thing with the other side. It's almost like, hey, what you can do, I can do better kind of thing, and almost to set the tone of the game. Like, if Stafford drives down the field, throws a touchdown, I think Burrow does the same thing. I don't think it's, hey, let's run the football and take what we can get. I think it's, hey, let's be aggressive right away to show the other team that, hey, we can match you there, and because then they have to go into a run game too. You can't just be passing the entire game. because, like I said, if you force Matt Stafford to pass the entire game, it's a coin flip on if this game's going to be a blowout because of his turnovers, or is he going to blow out the other team because he has such a strong arm. There, you know, that if the Bengals force that into a almost like a, if they force that into what the game's going to be, where it's going to be, okay, we're going to do a shootout, or you have something like this, where now you're kind of combining a lot of things, and a lot of, you know, Akers is a pretty solid running back, so like being able to utilize him too, both on both checkdowns and obviously regular running plays too. But the running backs in this game could be the biggest thing. Is if they just completely get stuffed, then that's gonna hurt a lot of things. Because I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be a 34-31 game. I think it's, and that honestly could be either team, but I just think the Bengals will have the ball at last to drive down the field and kick a game-winning field goal with like enough time. But like little things like these, like, you know, blown up runs and everything, that completely flips the narrative. At the other side is you have stuff like that, is Bengals pass rush. Bengals pass rush has been really good as of late. So, you know, like Stafford again is, yes, he's a veteran, but he's also shown this year that just because you're the veteran, you're still making mistakes when you're under pressure, and, you know, when you're forced to like kind of throw the ball a little bit. Yes, he has a strong arm, but he kind of did it with when they had Calvin Johnson too, when he was on the Lions. It's almost like an abundant, or like kind of over trust his arm. This is our year for which team? Is he wearing a jersey? Oh yeah, that's a Ram. I guess that's a Rams jersey. I guess it was gray and blue, so I was kind of confused. He's like, this is our year. Not really the exact Rams colors, but okay. Oh, there is a flag. And that was on 4th and 2 too. 4th and 2. TOO. And holding. And that's something that always kind of comes down to it too. Is I know these will. It'll be interesting to see how that turns out too. You know, is how
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need.
What is that? That's a.
So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he
what was that?
62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough left.
That was not even close, my man.
Live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice.
That was not even close, and this first quarter is pretty much all Bengals. Rams on 4th and 2 try to run it, get it, but then it's a holding to be brought back. You know, that's another thing that's going to be very interesting, is how kind of gutsy some of these play calls are going to be. Like, you know, are they, you know, who's that first team that takes that big deep shot? You know, who's that first team that, hey, even though they took that deep shot, we intercepted it? You know, who's that first team that go, like, something like that? Dropped interception. That's not something that you would also want either. Is easy interception, completely just dropped. Who's the first team that goes on that first or that 4th down?
After the incompletion. Now it's Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball.
Ramsey, I think that was back-to-back coverage on his part. that one, he was all over the receiver. Stafford will get it back.
Fourth down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Brandon Powell. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
It's to 26. Not too bad. The Rams really haven't shown a lot. They've shown like little spurts of like a good run or something like that, but like honestly, not very much.
Now a toss running left, Akers.
Oh, it's another run. And I wonder when they like, I think the first team that switches just to straight passes. I'm not in the wall there. That first team that decides, hey, we're just gonna like just air this ball out. I think that's when this game's gonna like really start to take off. I could see it being kind of like a stalemate where teams are still trying to run the ball and little stuff like that, but especially if you're the Bengals trying to run against, you have Von Miller and Aaron Donald, like, well, what are you supposed to do there, right?
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
Oh no, I'm not covering 3 and 6. I thought I was covering the 3rd and 6 mark.
It's Tyler Higbee, and he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get.
Let's see what Stafford. What was that? 4 for 5, I think it says. There's a little glitched out arm movement there, but you gotta try like skipping a little faster on that animation. Could be oh, they actually snap it.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
Looking inside, ooh.
He completes it to Beckham.
Odell on the sideline.
Other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So they could have just ran out the quarter, but they said, now we're going to take another sideline shot. They're on the opposite, or the. That's weird. I thought it was.
The Rams with the football here to begin
the offensive snaps. Rams are leading almost every. I mean, obviously, I think they have. They have one. This is their drive that's like over the Bengals. So the Bengals only had. Bengals only had the ball for like 2 minutes or so. Again to Odell on that sideline. The Bengals are letting them run to the boundaries a little bit. And look at that. Beautiful.
They're understanding the coverages and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This one to the left.
Shut down, but Thirdly for nothing there.
22. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that.
All right, 2nd and 7.
I was thinking, wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Knocked away. He just kind of lobbed it up there for grabs. And wasn't really a smart placement of the ball. You hit him kind of lower and he just makes that catch, but he threw it too much air underneath it, and that's something that Stafford sometimes, like I said, I think sometimes he trusts his arms a little too much. He has a very good arm, but sometimes I think he, either underutilizes it or overutilizes it. I mean, sometimes I think if he really tries to throw it really hard, it's kind of off accuracy-wise, which could cause an interception. Meanwhile, they go ahead and try another field goal. Missed his first. Takes his second.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point
Now, if you're Burrow, what do you do? Do you show you off your offensive powerhouse? McVay is kind of probably a little frustrated that drive stalled out with, you know, a few checkdowns. I hate how long this is. I've like literally been trying to skip so that we could get to the just a kickoff.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
Take the knee.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
Mixon already is over 40 yards in the second quarter. So as of right now, ooh, Burrow gets rid of it. But the Rams just have a lot of, even though it says the Bengals have the momentum, the Rams are starting to pressure a little bit more. Burrow's starting to hold on to the ball a little bit more. And I mean, you have to just think like their last time they had the ball, they literally went 3 and out right away.
Now it's Burrow.
Oh, Von Miller was right there. We go deep shot, and it's nearly picked. Almost led the corner.
But it's third down. There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play,
So 3rd and 10, dude. They go 3 and out, like back to back.
On 3rd down,
nothing to show for it.
Oh, he'll let one go.
He lobs it.
Higgins. And
wow.
unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot.
Now it's going to be another punt, and the Rams have a chance to at least make it very close.
Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time.
Punts it to the 20. It'll be about, like 3. Like 3 yards on the return there.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seed.
Yeah, but they're picking it up. It might only be, their, 3 drives and 3 points only. But, you have to look at where they're at right now. I mean, they've been cutting down the Bengals. The last 2. And I think Stafford kind of stalled out the last drive. But now you go ahead and, keep that momentum. That's how you start making the offensive powerhouse.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing is Stafford. He finds his target,
Beckham's been huge this game, which I think he's gonna be in the actual game too. I think Odell's gonna have a pretty solid game. Cooper Kupp's gonna show up a little bit. I think they're gonna try switching something, whether it's in the secondary, meaning, and then it's gonna a good concept route is gonna leave leave Kupp open.
Taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. It's caught. Beckham. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
So now it's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, dude. I think Rams need this right now. Rams need to get this conversion.
They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
They almost need 2 more conversions or 2 more first downs. But he's gonna just throw it deep. And Odell literally has the touchdown in his hands, but drops it.
But he could not reel it in. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
I want to see you just a sec. I wanted to see. Oh. Alright. Let's just double check. Oh, wait. No wonder why people were dropping stuff. Alright.
They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning so far. The rest
they're winning, but
here in the 2nd quarter.
I mean, either way, it's a close game, right? I mean,
he wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this
wow,
game.
that punt.
He's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
Let's see what Bengals possibly can do here.
Burrow going to give this
Still
to
nothing.
Well, that gives him a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job
Almost
staying
no
in the
room.
proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Operate.
Bengals on
Alright, now do they go with the passing, or do they try getting catch them off guard with a run?
Now Burrow down around his goal line. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation, you have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards
Very solid conversion there.
Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Burrow will throw.
Oh, on a little weird slant route there.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Alright, 2nd and inches. Little bunch formation there. It's the first down. I mean, if you're the Bengals, it's all you need. All you need to do.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake.
Deep drop. Burrow's looking deep. It's the guy on the 48-yard line. 40. Yeah, 48.
Take it down, but not before they work it across midfield.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
I do think it's going to be a pretty good game, though. I really do.
He won't find a ton of space following the display.
We're under 4 minutes now.
Just inside the 45.
7-3. I mean, I hope it's not like a game like this, I guess, like where it's a 7-3 and and then, you know, it ends at like 14-10 or something like that. I really hope it's not like that. I guess slow paced. Because that's just a lot of, you know, either like if it's some turnovers or something like that. Like okay, I guess. But now it's 3rd and 3 already. They're near the trying a field goal.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
This is the clutch Joe Burrow.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
As the check down. But gets chased to the 29-yard line.
Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe
now they're on rhythm. Now they got something going for them.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run on first down.
And mixing a little bit with Mixon. Gets it to the 10. Will be brought down to the 2-minute warning. Not too bad.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
Bengals are knocking on the door right now. Little delayed handoff up the middle, and oh my, at the 1 yard line. 13 rushes, 70 yards, has their first touchdown.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mixon's putting the team on his back. Burrow has some nice throws. Oh, with the run again, that's stuff.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
He's already found
Man, going crazy.
and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Oh, quick throw.
Looking to pass.
And knocked away.
Zone, but it's incomplete.
Now it's 3rd and goal.
Timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available.
Now, what do you do? Do you go ahead and try running it, and in worst case, you can run out the clock,
A big play in this Super Bowl.
or force the Rams to at least take a timeout? They do.
Here's Mixon.
It's stuffed again. Well, not even stuffed, loses another yard. The Rams do kick or take a timeout. Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and kick a field goal. Make it a
Boy, a call like this certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they're gonna go for it.
Try and throw forward with Burrow.
And got it.
Touchdown Bengals. It's complete.
Very close.
Touchdown connection to
Tyler Boyd pulls it in.
Continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl.
And now the Rams are kind of
There was no going through the progressions on that
playing
touchdown
from
pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary.
11
Just
points
receiver
behind
ran
now.
out early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him, and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
That's what could possibly happen too. Is just bad. You know, it's not like a solid game plan, and the Rams very well could be down big early.
So after the made field goal,
Oh, it's Urban.
McPherson will send this one away. Powell now to take
crazy.
it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now the Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining,
Yeah.
they try to put
Well, I mean, we'll see what
something together here
Stafford
just to try
does.
to
Do they
cut
just
the
run out
deficit.
this clock, knee it out? I mean, I think the reason why you take a timeout is so that you do have time. But we'll see. All they are at least gonna throw for it. And Stafford knows that he has to make some throws.
They've been playing sound fundamental
Now
defense thus far.
he's kind of getting that pressure.
Creating a major dent on
Where
the
you at least need a field goal, I think,
Waiting
this drive.
for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming. The first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing
And
more
the
physical
announcers are
defense
even
right
calling
now.
out the first sack, first turnover right now.
So the
I mean, you throw the ball like
incompletion, and now
that,
it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25
what's gonna
yard
happen?
line.
But instead they hit it deep
Got a man, it's Higbee complete.
on the other side already.
Across midfield down to the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
All right. What the plan is? Do the Rams get a touchdown here?
Moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Back to throw, Stafford.
Well, check down. At least they're in field goal range now.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
But then they're probably gonna bring out field goal unit, I would assume. In real life, they would probably run up there, spike the ball for sure. No, it's Madden, boys.
So first
Oh, they
and
were
10
able
now
to.
from the 30. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It appears they found something that is working, and they keep going back to it.
I mean, you're at the 23-yard line.
He has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're on.
I don't know what
And I think a lot of that is
copyright
simply
audio
if you get it to
is
him in
detecting.
space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Unless I have to almost mute the
seconds left in the first half.
game, or maybe make it a little, unless it's picking up like the, I don't even know.
So on 3rd down, a field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get.
I mean, as long as the, I guess, stream keeps going, maybe, I don't know.
40 yards out. Gay's kick is good.
At least he made the field goal.
Field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him, and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down three, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's
I mean, they do need to get to the end zone, but like, you know, you make it an 8-point game, that's better than going into the half down 11. At least it's a pretty close game now, too. Hopefully he just kind of squibs it, that way they can run out this 3 seconds. They don't. At least it's inbounds.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So we've come upon
There you go.
So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
All right.
Okay, coach.
Let's go.
Appreciate it. A
8-point game. Wish there was a way to kind of be a little faster, I guess. But whatever. Come on. Are the laces? Are they doing an onside? Okay, no. The laces were pointing on the side earlier. So I was very confused.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
I mean, not terrible start.
Start the third quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased. Doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know.
Alright, does Burrow try Ramsey here? Or do they stick with the run game that's been very good?
And they can do exactly that.
They do, but Aaron Donald fights off the easy, I shouldn't say easy block, but a little block that he was on, he sheds that.
Getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and
And
then.
now, if you're the Bengals, you like, I mean, we've seen this with the, Falcons, obviously, where they played it very passively, ended up losing the game, but you just take a look at that clock after every play, and you almost subtract what they've been on this ball, like have the ball for 40 seconds. You take away another 40 seconds for Rams to match that, right? At least you can only really do that on the third quarter, because the fourth quarter comes on, then you're going to be going for it more. But already pushing on the minute mark, 4th and 1. I don't think they're going to go for it.
Third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league.
They're going to punt.
They're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short,
Yeah.
I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Yeah, no, it starts at 5:30.
As he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be finishing this game, and then I'll be out.
50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out.
I mean, one thing that's solid right now is, I think if they, I don't know what this copyrighted audio they detected. I have no idea what that was. I think the only thing I can maybe think of is maybe the background music or something like that that's in the actual Madden game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Despite the scoreline,
But
they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this
we
game.
might have to end this stream a little early though. We might never know what the final score is in this game. We probably only have 20 more minutes left.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue
And
for them
Cup
this game.
gets a huge play.
Caught left side and past the 40.
How long have we been streaming? We've been streaming for 43 minutes.
Connection on
We'll probably get off at. We'll see where we're at 5 o'clock. Right now it's 4:52. So in 8 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see how much time actually leads in 8 minutes.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The more
benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit.
the more run plays, obviously. Or not even that, I guess even pass plays, because if they get to a line, they'll do a... There's fighting, and now it's 3rd and what, 4? 3rd and 3? In under 8 minutes now. I mean, you have to say that, you know, there's 18 minutes left in the game. They're, you know, you have to just look at what, you know, how the Bengals have been playing. You know, they're probably guaranteed to at least get a field goal this game, or in the second half. So, like, you know, you play like this, or now do the Rams go for it here? Because they need it. They're kind of desperate. If they don't, they're going to punt it. And down at the 2 again. That's crazy. That's the second time he did that.
I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy.
Let's see what did the Rams get a safety here. Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky he didn't just get right to him and stuff him. That would have been crazy. Second and 9, even though they didn't get a single yard. Run again. He just shoves them, but only a gain of 2. Still.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line.
I was gonna say, do you yeah, I think it's the background music, so I think we're gonna turn down the game volume a little bit. Yeah, they just run it, try getting their punter some room there, but when you're coming down to less than 16 or 16 minutes left in the game, there's the punt. Gonna be across the 50 already. That's not really what you want if you're the Bengals. Yes, the Rams stalled, punted, but they get it back at the 47 now. There's Cincinnati. That's not what you want. Because now I almost feel like if Rams, even if they get a field goal here, I feel like we almost have to let this play out. And a huge run, 26-yard line, or 26, 22. I was 5 yards off. Oh, technically 4 yards off, but whatever. And the Bengals are kind of getting frustrated of these last. They were good that they stopped the Rams last drive, but with no offensive push, Stafford has way too much time. Kind of dumps it down to Cup, but still gain of 7. 2nd and 3. I mean, where do you take a shot to the end zone here? Coming up to less than 15 minutes left of the game. I mean, like, what? You don't want to think of it that way, because I mean, really, it's only half the quarter is gone. It's Odell. It's another catch. At the 7, there's 5 minutes left of this quarter. Now the other question is, when you scored a touchdown, I think you almost have to go for 2. I feel like you almost have to go for it. Oh, Stafford gets sacked. Tries backing up, but Henderson just keeps pushing. And now that's 2nd and goal at the 19-yard line. That's not something that you would really want to have happen. And that's something I think another huge thing is Stafford just wants to try making a play. And Wow. So it doesn't even matter. Akers takes it 19 yards for a touchdown run. Just call it 18, but they were on their 19. So really, really crazy. But do they run it though? No, they go with the pass. And guess who? Up gets the 2-point conversion. And now it's a ball game. Right over the middle. Oh, that ball. Oh, okay. He had that 2-ball switch there. Now with 4.5 minutes left in this third quarter, we're almost at, well, Ingles gonna start. Someone's gotta start like draining the clock a little bit. It's already almost 1 minute away from 5 o'clock. I think with both with it only being half hour, I'm really gonna see. We'll kind of make the call in 15 minutes, but I think we should be done by that time. Dixon pushes forward for an easy first down. 20 rushes, 84 yards, and a touchdown. That's exactly what you want, though. Is keep that clock going, but keep pushing forward too. Burrow just dumps it down, and I think is that a loss? Yeah, that's a loss of 2. Second and 12 now. Not what you want. You're a half hour away from the actual Super Bowl game. But either way, they still might be inches. Oh, first down. All right, where are we at? 14 minutes left before really call this thing. You know, I should have really stopped at the store. I should have just kind of came home right away and got this out. But it also didn't help that it took like an extra 5 minutes to get the stream working because of I think the beginning was copyrighted. But now I know, I think it's just the background music they randomly play. Burrow checks down again. I mean, so far there's only 1 sack in the game. No picks. There was like 2 near picks. Third and 2. Fight everything, like they still. Ooh. And now they're on the other side in Rams territory, nearing 100 raw rushing yards. He can't believe it. Closing on 2 minutes left in the third. But to think about it, if you're the Rams, it's a high game. There's pretty much 12 minutes left on the clock in total game time. And you got 12 minutes, less than that. Second and 8. It's his running back Mixon again. And there we go. 3rd and 2 again. Worst case, they can try a long field goal, but minute and a half left in the 4th or in the 3rd. Very slow-paced game, but still for the Rams to come back from a 14 to 3 deficit, or yeah, 14 to 3 deficit to now 14-14. But with under a minute left now, less than 11 minutes left in the whole game.
So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And nothing much material.
And now, like, I mean, like if you're the Bengals, like you pretty much guarantee yourself 3 points. I think you have a good enough kicker to hit this field goal, but I think you run it here, let it run out. Don't, it's the slant, and gets it. I don't think they'll snap the ball, and I think we'll head into the 4th quarter. So now you almost have a guaranteed field goal. And at this point, snap it though. Don't. One quarter left. 10 minutes left.
1 quarter remains here in the Superbowl. We'll return with more after this break.
All right, let's go. I don't know what it's picking up, honestly. It's just like it's literally picking up like commode. Like I can't even understand anything in the background. I don't know what it's picking up. Burrow is going to run and slide for a gain of 3. Not bad.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage.
9 minutes left.
Taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
9.5, I should say. That's nothing. I mean, just look at like, I've just been watching this clock this entire time pretty much now, because it's just like the Bengals have just draining the clock here, and you're gonna go down to 9 minutes in the game. 3rd and 7. You get this. He's gonna run. That's a little unrealistic. Burrow would have taken the hit. He would have tried. He would have tried for that first down. Either way, under 9 minutes left. They're gonna get the field goal kicker out there to try getting the go-ahead field goal. 8:35 left. There you go. And now what do the Rams do? How do the Rams answer here? Because if you go ahead and, I mean, they drove they used a minute and a half there, and then a lot of time, honestly, in on the ending period of the 3rd quarter too. I'm literally like spamming buttons for this guy to hurry up and get the ball and kick it. He's gonna take it out. Very bad decision at the 18-yard line now. 7. Got 20-30 minutes till the actual Super Bowl starts.
He's toppled the century mark already, receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground too. They've really had trouble handling him.
All right.
From what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the
You go with a run game themselves, which he fights forward. He's 15 rushes for 88 yards, and that one and another touchdown. About 8 minutes left. each team probably has. I mean, you got the. This is probably the Rams' possibly last drive, depending on how much they throw it. I kind of forgot about Justin Jefferson, honestly. But they hit him deep. I mean, the way this is going, you probably got. The Rams might have one more possession after this, and then Bengals probably have. I mean, definitely have one more possession. We'll see what happens. And Trey Henderson pushes them down for his second sack, the second sack of the entire Super Bowl as well. Now it's 2nd and 20. Now it's 7.5 minutes left. You're pushed back. Go. They get to 3rd and 5. And I think you almost have to go for it. 7 minutes left. Up. Coming in huge. True, and they go with the pass. And he lost the football. So Stafford makes the terrible mistake of coughing the football up. And Bengals get the first and only turnover so far of the game. So, I mean, right now the Bengals, if they get a touchdown, this game's over, I think. But if they only get a field goal, this is where craziness can start. But an easy 2nd inches, that actually really benefits the Bengals. Because now you take off another, 20 seconds off the clock. You don't want to play passively, I don't think. But at the same time, you look at it and there's 6:20 left. Easy first down. You kill off another 10 seconds before you get to the hug or get to the line again. Under 6 minutes left. 5:12. Almost, and he's going bounce inside the 5. They brought the house on that play. Now how do the Rams? Is it a bend don't break? Oh, they only brought one, but they really messed up on the coverage there. Under 5.5 minutes. Looking for the end zone. Pressure. Burrow's gonna run. And gets it. Finds the corner. Doesn't slide. Burrow might have just sealed the Bengals win there. Possibly. 5:17 left. I mean, in real life, I would say. He didn't seal it. But in Madden terms, I think he sealed it. I mean, we got 8. We got like maximum 8 minutes left that we can kind of sit here through. So let's go, boys. Because the Super Bowl is actually going to be starting here soon. Alright, Akers, very nice.
Really struggles running the ball. They've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden,
I don't know why this.
that's just my imagination.
They really need to make this simulation thing faster, I think. Total yards literally 302 to 300. But yeah, they have 10 more points to go for it.
They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays.
I mean, if they go 3 and out, or if they go for on 4th down, don't get it, we're calling the game. Calling Bengals champions.
Here's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring
3rd and 6. Oh, I like that he got out of bounds too. There's 5 minutes left on the clock.
Not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
throwing on 3rd down. Stafford.
It's the slant,
Finding Jefferson.
and now you're under 5 minutes left.
Get the 3rd down conversion.
We have to like keep going.
Definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get
40.
get back to one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal.
And
They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
almost
Going for Jefferson down.
nearly picked.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first.
It was intercepted. I think that was it.
Instead,
I mean, yes, the Rams have all 3 timeouts, so they could obviously get the ball back, but
After this one, I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
under 4.5 left.
complete pass here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. Well, that'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Very slow going here.
Left with a 3rd and
I mean, if you're, unless they're just going for the field goal, that's the only way I would be going this slow.
But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Stafford on 3rd down.
Oh, terrible decision there.
Tight end Higbee. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up
Now it's going to be under 4 minutes, and it's 4th and 4.
Isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that would. How about the defense?
All right, this is it. Game on the line.
They completed it all right and lost yardage.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham.
That's it.
Complete.
All right, guys.
Couldn't connect.
Like, comment, subscribe. Anything else you guys want me to do, leave in the comments below. We're calling Bengals winning this. 3:47 left.